Oye, 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 muchacho, yo tengo algo de decirte. Bienvenido a mi canal. On this channel, we do everything investing and personal finance. Welcome back, mi gente. On today's video, we're going to go over what I believe to be one of the best strategies when it comes to day trading. This strategy, I think, takes so much stress out of the game. You're going to be able to relax for a little bit. It's not going to be so intense, but you still are going to put yourself in awesome positions so that you can make money and you also can protect yourself and stop loss out when shit starts to hit the fan. So, relájense. Go grab a drink and enjoy the video. It's on me, mi gente. Now, tips are much appreciated. You could tip me by just donating to my Venmo or whatever. Or better yet, you can hit that subscribe button, ring that bell, and smash that like button. That is the best tip that you can give me because it helps with the YouTube algorithm. And if you want to better yourself when it comes to investing and learning more about trading in the stock market, yes, investing and trading, I know they are separate, but we master both of those disciplines on this channel. You can join the community of over 500 investors. A link to the Patreon is provided down below, and it'll give you access to the Discord server where we talk stocks and cryptos every single day. Now, the moment we've all been waiting for. Prepárense, mi gente, porque esto va a ser tremendo candela. Let's get into what I believe to be one of the best ways, one of the best strategies for day trading. And we are going to do it on one of the best brokerages. We are going to do it on Thinkorswim, which is provided by TD Ameritrade. All you have to do is open up an account with TD Ameritrade and you are going to get access to this awesome software. In my personal opinion, no other software, no other brokerage can come close to Thinkorswim when it comes to trading, whether that's day trading or swing trading. The charts are phenomenal. The studies are top notch. And the orders that you can do are out of this world. Thinkorswim es el mejor plataforma. Nobody is touching this platform. So let's get into it. We are on Thinkorswim right now. Now, the first thing when it comes to day trading is a game of probabilities. You need to know how much you're willing to risk and how much you can potentially reward. You're going to use technical analysis to determine your potential reward, and also you're going to use technical analysis to determine where your stop loss should be. And that's going to give you your risk to reward ratio. Now, as a beginner, you're going to want a higher risk to reward ratio because you're not going to be as good picking trades. You're probably going to be wrong more than you are right. So when you are right, you need to make more money. As you become more experienced, you can dial that in and you can go to a 3-to-1 ratio because you're going to be right more than you are wrong. But to begin, you need to find trades that are going to give you a good risk to reward ratio. Now, what we have on my screen right now is a stock that I think provides a great risk to reward ratio. And this happened today. I'm filming on July 2nd, 2021, which just reminds me that this weekend is going to be 4th of July. You absolutely know what we are going to be doing. We are going to be partying it up with some tequila, some margaritas, puede ser un poco rum, un Cuba Libre. We are going to have a good old time this weekend, mi gente. And I cannot wait. It's Friday, but I am stuck here in the office filming a video for all of you. So let's get back on topic because I am just having some fun here. So yeah, just find something that's going to give you a good risk to reward ratio. Now that's obvious. You could have found that on any YouTube channel. They're going to talk about it. But the reason why I'm talking about Thinkorswim is because it makes your life so easy. I'm going to talk about a buy order that includes a sell order with it. All you got to do is figure out what your price target is, what your entry point is, and what your stop loss is. Once you figure out those three things, you can just click one button, go off, have a good time, come back at market close, check on your position, and that's it. You don't need to be staring at the screen 24/7 when day trading when you utilize this strategy. So for instance, let's just go over this trade, all right? We're taking a look at ticker symbol SWBI. This is Smith & Wesson. And as you can see, in the past 2 days, today especially, it dropped. It had a high of $39.61, and in after hours trading, it's trading at $30.76. And as you can see, we've have some kind of consolidation here. It's been moving higher, but we have a couple days where it was at the $30 range, just over $30. So ideally for a swing trade, That would be my stop loss. I would put it at $29.99 or 98 cents, just below the $30 mark. Now, what is our potential reward here? Well, we can get back and break this high, so it could be as high as $40, but that's unrealistic. You gotta be conservative. You gotta get in when you gotta sell when there's still a good chance of getting your order filled. And I would say that somewhere around this $35 or $36 is a good range to sell. So somewhere between 35 and 36, let's just say 35.50. So if the stock right now is trading at around $31 and our stop loss is at $30, that's $1 off of 31. So our risk is 3%. Now, if the stock was to go back to $36 and it's over 31 right now, that's a $5 gain. 5 divided by 31 is a 16% gain. So that's going to give you a 16% reward, and you're only going to risk 3%. So the odds on this trade are more than 5 to 1, and those are good odds. And considering that this is a reputable company, it's a legit company, I like those odds and I like those chances. So I am going to take on this trade because to me, it just makes sense. The macroeconomics makes sense. The trade makes sense from a risk to reward ratio. And I'm not afraid of the company because I know this company has been around for a very, very long time. Now, I've also done some additional due diligence. I've taken a look at the valuation to see if it's super overextended right now. Those are some things that you would learn to do as you become more experienced. But now that we identified a risk to reward trade that is favorable for us and it's worth taking on, what kind of order are we going to do? Because I'm all about simplicity. I'm all about making it easy. We don't all have time to stare at a screen 24/7, nor do we want to. We don't want to be living a life full of stress. Otherwise, this is work and I'd rather be doing something else, right? So with that being said, how do we make this simple? Well, this is where Thinkorswim, I think, just blows out their competition. If we fill a buy order and you're going to right click, then you're going to go to buy custom and you're going to go with OCO bracket. Now, when this pops up, you are going to get the screen on the bottom. Now, I'm going to walk you through this because this could be a life changer for you. Now, let's take a look at the stock. Let's create this order like we were going to trade it today. It's an after hours trading. I can't trade it right now, but let's just say the bid is $30.65. The ask is $30.76. So let's say I'm going to split the difference. I'm going to come in a little bit higher than the bid, but below the ask. So I'm going to come in at $30.70, and I'm going to buy 100 shares. Now, the next thing here is your limit order. Now, this is referring to your price target. Now, remember we said this stock can go anywhere from 35, 36. That's a good price to sell this stock at, given where it was yesterday. So let's say we come in at $35.35. And we are going to sell 100 shares if it hits that price target. So now we set our price target. So if the stock moves up and I'm not paying attention, I am going to sell the stock and I'm going to lock in my gains. This is based on my risk to reward ratio and the trade is going to be completed at that time. So I got the upside taken care of, but I need to take care of the downside. So that's the next step here. So we are going to sell 100 shares if this stock hits $29.98. It's going to be a market order if that price is reached. That's because I have stop. Now, let's say you don't want to do a market order. You want to do a stop limit, and your limit price is $29.90. What that means is that once it hits $29.98, is going to trigger this limit order, and any price above $29.90, it will sell. Now, the reason why someone might want to do a stop limit over a market order on the downside is because they don't want to sell at a price that they think is unfair, and they rather hold the position a little bit longer and let it recoup, or they might want to add to the position than rather sell a market order. Now, most of the time, if you're trading a stock during market hours and it's got good volume, bearing any kind of crazy news event, you are going to sell at an okay price. But there are cases where you will get a news event And if that happens, you might not be able to sell until it drops an extra 10, 15%. And if you have the market order set up, then you are going to sell at a horrible price. And maybe since this company is legit, it might have been better just to wait it out than to sell at that horrible price. And that might be why you want to use the stop limit order rather than the traditional order that comes up when you click this screen. But once you have all of this set up, all you have to do is hit confirm and send. And then your trade is complete, your strategy is set, it's loaded, and it's ready to go, and you can walk away. Now, let's say your order doesn't get filled today, but you still like this trade, then you can change it to be good to cancel, and you will be fine. Now, I will say, and you probably should already know this because this is true for every brokerage, stop losses do not work in extended hours. They do not work in pre-market hours. They do not work in after hours. They don't work unless it is market hours. So you cannot protect yourself with a stop loss during extended hours. So this is really good for day trading. And that's why I said earlier in this video, you come back at 4 o'clock, and if you still have your position open, you can sell it or you can reevaluate the situation. But these stop losses that you have set will not trigger. Now, if you have good to cancel, what that means is that these orders will just follow through to the next day, but they will only execute during market hours. So that's really important to understand. If you're day trading, you're getting in and out on a day, and this strategy works perfect. If you are swing trading and you're trading for a longer position, the good to cancel will work, but it won't protect yourself in those extended hours. And that's where a lot of volatility can happen because you can get news in after hours that can really change the price of a stock, or you could get news in pre-market too, or there could be global news or domestic news that frightens the stock market and you could see movement in extended hours. But all in all, this setup, these orders are lifesavers in my personal opinion because they make trading so easy. You only need to take a couple minutes to identify the opportunity, set your parameters, click the button, and then you can go for a walk and you don't need to be stressing about the price because you know you are protected, and you also know that if the stock goes up, you are going to sell your position. And you can do that all with one click rather than creating 3 separate orders, which is what you would do in other brokerages. And some other brokerages don't even allow you to have 2 sell orders because then, let's say it hits the price target and then it drops even more after it hits your price target. So you sold out of your position and then it drops even more. And then you are going to sell shares you do not have, and you're going to be shorting a stock if the brokerage allows it. So Thinkorswim, in my personal opinion, es el mejor. You cannot mess with Thinkorswim. Thinkorswim is a lifesaver. It makes your life so easy when trading. So I highly recommend that you take the time to learn this software if you are serious about trading in the stock market. But otherwise, mi gente, that wraps it up for this video. I thank you so much for your time. I wish everyone a happy 4th of July. I hope that you all enjoy your weekend. Disfrutan este fin de semana. Y te veo en la próxima. It's been real. It's been fun. It's been real fun. And this is We Are Investing. And together, we are invincible. Dale!